Well, we started working with TheatreSquared in early 2015, and they brought us on to help them kind of define next steps for the company, beyond just what should our building be, but really who should we be. And so we started a process of programming that was focused on eliciting their identity and what the work wanted to be and what they wanted to achieve over the next several generations, really.
So we came to see the play, and we walked into the theatre across the street from where we are now. And it was very modest from the outside, and there was a lot of energy in the lobby, and people were very excited about being there. And I remember so clearly we walked into the auditorium and we saw the set for the first time. And the production values were incredibly high. And then we saw the play, and it was moving and incredibly well acted and directed, and the sound was amazing and the lighting was amazing. And we came out of that slightly shell-shocked about how good the quality of the work was. And it was at that moment when we left the theatre that we realised that this is a company that had ambitions beyond their current space.
Supporters of the theatre, people who have worked in the theatre and all of that, come into the building. They walk into this space that we are in, they come in, and they just burst into tears. It has happened time after time after time after time. And I think that that is an amazing tribute to the energy and the beauty and the intention of this space that has been so fully and well realized.
I think that excitement and artistic integrity, though, came from you guys. The minute I came to Arkansas for the first time and sat in your old theatre and watched a show, we realised you deserved a space to put that work on in.
I mean, so often theaters are kind of hidden within the volume of a building, and we really wanted to pull them out and expose them, and so you could really see on the facade where these 3 theater spaces were in the building.
There were so many moments that were purely practical, where we had to say, if we can't figure out how to do this same thing, but for millions of dollars less, we just can't build this, It may not be that exciting to talk about value engineering, but the sheer creativity and hard work and effort into rethinking, redrawing, reconceiving, but never diminishing this building that people did at multiple times in the project are the reason that we are in a building that is this functional and, complete.
Over the last 5 years, Marvel and Charcoalblue have established this wonderful collaboration where we've done a number of very different types of theater spaces and different types of theater buildings. And TheatreSquared is very different from the others that we've done. And so it was our job to really come together and try and figure out what was the right building to build here, work with the client, and together we all figured that out.
Yeah, I think the common thread across those projects is bringing the client into that team, into that collaboration.
That's right.
And really doing it together and finding out, taking the best ideas and throwing it all on the table and making it work. Yeah.
Trying to figure out who came up with what in this building is impossible. It all comes about through this process. So I don't know if I'm describing a typical design process. I think I probably am not, but I will never know that because it's the only one we've had. And we happen to have had an amazingly collaborative team.
It was a great moment to actually discover what we wanted in this building. And the thing that's such a joy when we show people the building is to be able to point and say, this is a direct expression of that statement. This is the gathering place. This is the place where you can see into the process. This is, oh my God, this is a beating heart. When you walk in here, you sense that. We see a gathering place, a theater commons that is welcoming and fascinating, alive with activity. We see glimpses of creativity through every open door. And in the beating heart of the building are brilliant performances, intimate and unmediated, celebrating the joys and struggles of what it means to be human. Here, on this corner, here in our community, we see a permanent home for remarkable theater done well and with passion. We see a premier national theater in Northwest Arkansas.